Alright, this is what you're going to need for a coolant flush. The bike takes 1250 mils of super long life AC Star coolant, so you're going to need two 1 quart containers, some distilled water to flush, a 12 and an 8 mil socket to remove the right side cover and the water pump cover. You're also going to need this Suzuki crush washer, CM1786133. Alright, first we're going to perform an engine coolant level check. Alright, first we're going to remove the right side cover. We're using an 8mm socket. Next, we're going to loosen the stopper screw. If we look underneath here, you can see when the tab goes over the metal, then we can fully remove the cap. So once it goes over that metal lip, we can fully remove the cap. So the owner's manual specifies that the coolant should be at the bottom of the inlet hole, but in this case I don't have enough coolant. We're going to need access to the coolant drain bolt, which is here, and we're going to have to remove this side cover. It takes a 12 mil. The drain bolt takes an 8 mil. So don't forget the O-ring over here. So next we're going to put the drain bolt back in. According to the tightening torque chart, it says 8mm bolts must be tightened to 9.5 pound-feet. 9.5 foot-pounds is equal to 114 inch-pounds. Torque wrench is set to 114 inch-pounds. Next we're going to add some distilled water. You want to face the cap this way when putting on the radiator cap, because then the stopper screw will be accessible. Then we're going to run the engine to let the distilled water go into the pumps and go around the system and flush out the old coolant. Correction on the part number, it's actually 09168-06105. Just to confirm, let's see if the old one fits the new. Yep, they fit. This is the flat side, the other side is the rounded side, so we want the flat side pushing against the water pump. Alright, we're going to use the torque wrench set at 114 inch-pounds to tighten it. Alright, so the bike takes 1250 mils. On the other side of the bike, there's this air bleeder bolt, which will help us get some air out of the coolant lines. We'll just unscrew it slightly. There's more space to add some coolant. Now we're going to tighten the air bleeder bolt. The manual calls for 4 foot-pounds of torque, or 48 inch-pounds. Alright, so we're going to start the engine and let it run a bit, then check the coolant again. Once everything's topped off, we're going to just put everything back together. Since they're regular 8mm bolts, we're going to torque it to 114 inch-pounds of torque.